Property managers of America, we have been forgotten. Holiday season after holiday season. This champagne's gonna give me trouble this holiday season. So I'm Hold It with PM Jen. PM stands for property manager. I lead property managers. Happy holidays. All right, property managers, you don't get enough gifts. I know it. So either treat yourself to the things on this list or send this to a friend or a family member. I call this showing leadership. Send it to a friend and family member and tell them, hey, get on the stick. Time to get me some stuff I could use, right? All this stuff is focused on making your life at work as a property manager better and to grow and help your business. And these are the things I am using or have used personally. I recommend the entire Traction library. Gino Wickman's a genius. You've heard me talk about it on every webinar. I think if the property manager in your life has not discovered Traction yet, giving them the set of these 3 books. So Traction is the main title. Get a Grip is the novelization of a company going through an EOS implementation, which for me connected all the dots. And the EOS Life is actually one of their more recent titles. I suggest this along with the EOS Planner. Mine's at home, so I can't show it to you. But if you really get into this, these books really help guide entrepreneurs, and your entrepreneur, property manager, friend, family, or yourself will get so much benefit from these. And you guys watching this video know I love video, and I think property managers need to be using video in their business. Here are 2 books I'm recommending you use. One, Welcome to the Age of Emotion. And this really talks, this is a kind of a primer about like businesses implementing video. It talks about nuts and bolts. It talks about possibilities. This is a really great read. Additionally, I think video is especially powerful one-to-one. So I send a lot of video messages, either via text or email. And this book, written by folks at BombBomb, which is a company that helps you make these videos and would be another great gift for a property manager. This book really helps them open their eyes to this. The next 2 books I'm going to suggest, I don't have an actual book to hold up to you because I've converted to audiobooks over the years. And so 10X is better than 2X. This is another Dan Sullivan book. So he's the author along with Dr. Ben Hardy, and I love the books they write together. And like all the books that they write together, I'm going to suggest that you get the audiobook. Even if you're normally like a paper kind of person, I think you should get the audiobook because at the end of each chapter, they do almost like a podcast episode, recapping the chapter and telling different stories. And I thought it added so much context and depth. 10X is easier than 2X is the book for the small business person who is struggling. I really think it's a great read. Now, I make a ton of video and I think I make good video, but I don't get much reach on YouTube. And so I'm actually right now reading at the recommendation of Spencer Sutton, VP of Marketing from Evernest, The YouTube Formula. This is a book all about how to get popular on YouTube. And I'll tell you, I'm not a fan of everything that they say in the book, but it is certainly teaching me how YouTube works. I'll get to decide how I promote my videos and things, but I am loving the education I'm getting from it, and I haven't seen any other book be quite as clear. So the YouTube Formula, if you know a property manager who's looking to put content out on YouTube, is just a great primer. Now these next 3 items are super high impact. So I don't know who is a property manager and watching this and is not a member of NARPM, but I want you to feel alarm if you are in the property management business and are not, for single family and small multifamily homes in America, and are not a member of NARPM. Go to narpm.org/join. First year members, $245. The value is tremendous. This is not just a trade organization. This is a transparent, supportive trade organization. Ever since I joined, it'll be 11 years ago, I have consistently gotten value for my business from NARPM in multitudes beyond. The ROI on this is in the thousands and thousands of percent. It's crazy. I know you need to be a member of NARPM, and if you know somebody who's been dragging their feet, I think that is a wonderful gift. Property managers who want to have a great year in 2026, their best year ever, or one of their top 5 years, they're going to need something to support them and prepare them. And the people at PM Path Builders and BrightReach have Put that together with the Elevate Sales Summit. It's happening January 26th to 28th in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a welcome party, a full day of events, and then like a chill 2 o'clock day so that we can travel. It is the retreat you need in January to get motivated and to make a plan for the year. I'm actually extending my stay personally in Nashville. I'm going to be staying and working on things after that, so my retreat time is going to continue. I'm also giving the keynote at this event, and so I'll be giving a kick-ass motivational speech. Listen, they have a sale going on right now. These tickets were affordable to begin with at $545, but they're doing a sale till December 1st for just $395 for registration. But because you're watching me, even if you don't get around to it by December 1st, if you use promo code PMGen, you can go ahead and get that $395 ticket price. So from me to you, happy holidays. Another big gift you can give a property manager in your life is the gift of a remote team member. So if you're not using remote team members and it's time to start, I recommend you work with BetterWho. BetterWho.com, they are founded by property managers and they place remote team members in property management businesses and real estate investment businesses all over the country. I've used them for several hires and I find them to be very, very nice to work with, and I've loved the people I've gotten through them. Now they charge, of course, for those hiring and recruiting services. And if you use code PMGen, you're gonna get $500 off that initial hiring fee. So incredible deal. Take advantage of that. Absolutely. What an amazing gift to give a property manager is to say, I'm giving you the gift of help. I did a webinar this year on onboarding and sales, and I talked about my property visit stabilization plan process, and I didn't get to talk about some of the practicalities, so I'm so glad to bring them in my gift guide. The first item that I think you should get a property manager is a clipboard like this. You can cover it in any kind of stickers you want. I love expressing myself with stickers. But what's so interesting about this is that it actually opens, and inside I can keep all kinds of things I might need. Because see, we didn't see fit to give women pockets in their clothing in 2025. And so I need to carry around my clipboard purse full of all kinds of things I might need on a property. I love this clipboard because it's got compartments for key tags, it's got room for pens, batteries, anything I'm gonna need, my property visit forms, and any kind of flyer or form I might need to work with a client. Now, inside this case, I can keep a ton of stuff. One thing I like to keep is silicone shoe covers. So listen, when it's ripe for investment, you can smell it, and oftentimes your feet stick to it. And so I like these, and I recommend getting these for your property manager loved ones because they unzip, which makes them easy to get in and off over boots, sneakers, no matter how big or small your shoes are. Now, I can confidently walk through that basement that might have a sewer backup. I can walk through marshy land while it's raining. I can walk through a unit that's infested with bugs and roaches with some confidence, and then just throw this in the dishwasher and get it cleaned and ready for the next time I'm gonna need it. In my bag of tricks, I've got a couple other things. Guys, you're gonna love this. This flashlight is super affordable and has all the functionality you're gonna need. First of all, you can recharge it by USB or USB-C or use a traditional battery insert. So I'm kind of a battery girl. I'm not into I keep all this stuff ready to go in my car and I keep extra batteries. I don't like having to recharge things. So I love the battery option. It has a flashlight. It has all the different modes on the flashlight, wide beam, strobing, all those things. But you know what else it has? And you can't tell. A black light. Isn't that crazy? Now, why do property managers need black lights handy? Well, when we encounter pet smells, pet stains, this is a good way to validate exactly where those stains are, where we might need to treat. And then sometimes with pest infestations, you need to track the urine and feces with the black light there. Like, hey, where are these mice at? Where are they getting in the house? The only thing I would change about it is I would make it a little bit lighter because it does weigh down my clipboard a little bit, but it's super heavy. And so I consider this a personal safety item. If I ever needed to, I could haul off and hit someone and protect myself. Great thing to have in the property visit kit. Next, I want to tell you all about outlet testers and voltage meters. So when I'm going through properties or I'm maybe responding to something that a tenant needs, having a voltage meter and an outlet tester makes things so simple. And I'll tell you, when you're on a property visit with a new client and you're evaluating a property, having some of these tools on hand shows them the level of expertise you come with and that you're prepared for all of the problems that this property has to present. Speaking of those kinds of tools, a moisture meter. A moisture meter, the one I recommend is pinless. I'm not doing in-depth investigations with my moisture meter. I'm finding problems and how widespread problems are with this. And so again, an affordable little stocking stuffer, something you can get a property manager that could make their life a little bit easier. Now, the one I'm suggesting here is not the same as the one I'm going to show you. I love the one I have, but they don't sell this one anymore. It fits in my clipboard so well. This one's just like it, also a great price point. This is a thermal imaging camera. So I use this when I go through a property just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I could see hot outlets. I could see like bee colonies. I could maybe even see water leaks and air leaks and things like that, because all the thermal cam is gonna do is show me temperature differences. It is one of those items to have in your back pocket. Again, clients are super impressed, and it can really shortcut the triage part of figuring out what the problem is and solving it. We've gotten really good at tackling smells here at OneFocus, and my Director of Operations, Jesse Leupold, was on a maintenance panel for the Women's Council of Property Managers the other week and mentioned one of the tricks of the trade. Created pandemonium in the chat, y'all. So listen, I'm sharing this secret with y'all. I'm linking you here. This is what you need. So first step for smells, of course, is to remove the offending item or articles, the decomposition of the rats, the trash, the stinky, whatever it is, get it out. Clean it as best you can. Then we're gonna use something called Odor Ghost. This is made by Trax Corporation. Now listen, you want the PET UV Bio formula. It is no longer sold in the black jug. They're literally going through like a change right now. So all the stuff I have here in my possession is in black jugs, but they're selling it in this white jug with a purple label now. You will need the sprayer to go with it. This is how you apply it. In general, we use about a quart per room, and be sure to talk to Trax Corporation and get the instructions for how to apply it. Once our team learned, we use it all the time. And if you go through our internal chat, you'll see things like Odor Ghost wins again and Odor Ghost for Prez. This knocks out anything in that bio pet sort of realm. Now listen, smoke and fire and cigarettes, that's a different thing. And actually Trax Corporation is launching in December. I think they're calling it Smoke Ghost. So I'm really looking forward to that product and seeing what it can do. But until then, one of the best things I found for smoke smell, between cleaning and priming and all of that, as a finishing touch, is an ozone machine. This is my well-loved ozone machine. We've had it for many years, but this is the same one I'm recommending to you. It is a great price point. It's small, it's portable, and it's really flexible for different size spaces. Now, in larger homes, do you have to use more than one or close off the area? Certainly you do. But for apartments, this often works quite well. And so we've tested it, we've used it, we find a lot of success. Hospitality, hotels, they've all found a lot of success using ozone for odor control, particularly with smoke smells. One problem we have here in the Northeast that I don't know if everybody has is we get bats in the attics. And when you get bats in the attics, those colonies grow. They will double in size every year. And so it's important that when you get a bat infestation, you get a sign of it, you get it out. You don't want it becoming a bigger problem. Believe me, it's a problem when those bats get into the living area. They'll get into basements via the pipe chases, through venting. When they get into a unit, do you know what happens? If you wake up in a unit with a bat and you're not sure if it's touched you, you're actually supposed to go get a rabies vaccine. And I've had to have whole families do this, including infant children. So making sure we get rid of bats is really important. My company has placed 7 of these in properties in the last 18 months. We are finding so much success with the Bird X Transonic Pros. Now listen, I've gotten these on Amazon for a while, but right now they're not reliably available in single packs. And they're usually around $35 to $40 a piece. Amazon has 2 packs right now for $70, but I called up Bird X and I said, listen, I'm going to tell these property managers and investors that they need to be getting a BirdX. So figure this out. Look at the comments down below. I'll explain to you how to get that price honored using promo code PMGen at Trax Corporation. So you will get it for that $35 and some change. It is super affordable. Our clients are loving this very affordable solution to getting the bats out. I'm not saying it will get all the bats no matter what out, but we have found with minor infestations, this is a low-key way to get them out and keep them out. And solving one of the worst problems, we all love shackle boxes, right? People in real estate love a shackle box. Well, there's nothing worse than a lever handle, because when I have a shackle box on a lever handle, it just slips off. There's nothing to hold it. Well, now there's the lockbox buddy. Property managers, calm down, calm down. You can get yours too. So I buy these on Amazon, but you can get them at lockboxbuddy.com as well. So what happens is this little thing flips up, opens up, so I can now hook it on either a small or a large lever door handle. Simply put this down and the shackle goes through here and it hangs on the doorknob. This company's also making some that fit around all different size fence posts. I gotta tell you, if you know a realtor, go buy them one of these and put it in their stocking. They're gonna say, you're freaking kidding me. This is amazing, because we've been changing lever door handles or sticking them on porch railings or on tree branches. I've seen shackle boxes. Get yourself a lockbox buddy. And to finish up my holiday gift list for property managers, I'm gonna give you a couple of the softwares I love that if you know a property manager, this might solve a problem for them. So first, I'm gonna talk about Delete Me. Us property managers, we have a bit of a high profile in our communities. We know a lot of people, and oftentimes professionally we're engaging in conflict. And that has made my family nervous. It doesn't make me nervous like it should, but it has made my family nervous. And so I also have a fairly unique last name. There's like less than a half a dozen people in the country with it. And so I'm pretty easy to find. And so I was really concerned about the information publicly available for small fees via these data broker websites. And that's why I went to Delete Me, delete.me, and I put everybody with my last name on my family plan. You go into Delete Me and you tell them your name, your phone number, your email, your tags, all of the stuff, and then it searches the web, and then all these data broker websites, and it does all the tasks necessary to remove your information. And I gotta tell you, I've been so happy. I've been with them about 3 months now, and my information is now much harder to find. I test it routinely. I think if you're engaging in the kind of business we are, Delete Me is just one of those costs of doing business and something you should be doing for you and your family. Keeping things secure is a moving target in property management companies. We are sharing passwords, we're keeping them noted, we're reusing passwords. I bet I'm right about you that you're doing those things. Those are terrible practices, especially in 2025, and we're all worried about cybersecurity. We're all buying cybersecurity policies. This is a really common sense tool that you can use to keep things locked down. So I love LastPass because I can control access to passwords on my team without releasing the password or ability to change it to any other person. I can also see a security score for all of my team. We've made it a KPI on our scorecards that they maintain a certain cybersecurity score in LastPass, which is kept up by regular usage of LastPass, non-copied passwords, and things like that. Sending money to our remote team members has been at different times very complicated, costly, or take too much time to get to them. But I'm so happy to say I'm using Wise. And if you're not using Wise, I'd love to know if what you're using is better. But if you use my code, you'll get your first transfer fee free. And I would encourage you to use it. It is simple, fast. Now, the first transfer you make in might take more than just a day or two. But after that, I found it to be instant, both my transferring US dollars in and sending payments to my employees all over the world. They love it. And I pay them weekly, and it's just so easy on Wise that I don't mind having to do that chore every single week. And the last product I'm going to say that a property manager is going to love to get would be a membership to Riverside.com. Riverside is what I use to make and create my podcast, edit it, both the video and the audio. I make all those social media shorties on there. Their AI tools are amazing. The cost is low. And if you're trying to make video and make video a part of your property management business, Riverside is the way to go. I've never seen a holiday gift guide for property managers before. I'm proud to make the first one I know of. I think I'm a cool cat and know about cool things, and I think you guys are cool too. You are so fun to party with. I can't wait to see you at the next event. Let me know which items on this list you asked for or just went ahead and bought for yourself. Happy holidays.